Hey, how you guys doing? It's Andre Butler here in Detroit. Excited to go live with you guys today. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. As you're joining us, let me know where you're joining us from, and hi to all those who are catching this a little bit later. Beautiful day here in Detroit. A lot of great things going on. I want to thank everybody that played a role in celebrating with me 30 years of ministry at FX Church. They completely and totally surprised me, which very rarely happens. Walked in the building and saw some pictures up on the wall of me going back a couple years, and then walked into the hallway, and there was a full spirit tunnel there with our dream team chanting something about 30 years of ministry, and then went from there to, of course, walking in my office, and there's balloons everywhere, and then going into the experience. And they played it kind of cool. The first experience, they just put a quick graphic up on the screen, and they had the numbers 30 on the stage, which was oops, sorry about that, Instagram, which was cool. But the second experience is when they really rolled it out and had a full like 15-minute video, just celebrating 30 years, and had great um, comments from so many people that I love and have played a role in my life. And it was just awesome. It's just awesome. And so thank you, everybody that played a role in that. Thank you for all the well wishes and all the compliments and all the stories on social media. And through social media, just appreciate all of you guys. 30 years ago, a couple of days ago now, on June 11th, I preached my very first message at my father's church called Take Up Your Weapons of Praise. It was actually 2015. Of course, we put a video out from me from 2016, but that's just the earliest that they could find. And it's been quite a journey. It's been quite a journey. I've learned a lot. It has not gone the way I would have thought. In fact, I don't even know that I had any specific expectations back then. I just figured I would serve God and help people, and God will bless my life. And I have served God, and God has used me to help a lot of people. And I've been a little bit reminded of that by just all the messages that I've received. But also, um, God's blessed me and during this time, and definitely have had some challenges, and definitely been through some valleys, but I've seen God bring me out, and I'm excited about what He's going to do in the future. So once again, thank you to all of you guys. Of course, excited about what's happening at FX Church. We're in our series Just Like Him, and we've been learning about being like Jesus, and and how that's the key to thriving in 2025. You can check that out on the FX Church app, on FX Church, or my YouTube channel, Pastor Andre Butler. And we've just finished talking about praying like Jesus prayed. And we talked about giving like Jesus gives. We talked about suffering for the Lord sometimes. We got to choose between suffering and sin. You choose suffering. That's what Jesus did, knowing that God's going to bring you out. We've talked about prospering like Jesus prospered. I mean, so we've dove into some things. It is a major, major revelation. I actually wrote a manuscript on this topic probably over a decade ago. I still own the manuscript. It's over 300 pages. And I'm teaching some things that weren't even in that manuscript. And there's some things in that manuscript I won't be teaching in this series. So this just a huge topic, and it's a master key to thriving. So if you haven't listened to any of that, man, you want to grow spiritually, this is the series for you. Also excited about Andre Butler Ministries. We are really reaching people through social media. We have a goal of getting to 1 million strong on social media. And man, we're making progress. We're seeing a lot of things happening. I'm putting out a little bit more evangelistic videos as well as preaching clips. So you'll see me do that. And I've already had my first salvation just on YouTube, just from a video we put out that simply asked the question, where would you go when you die? And so I'm going to be going that direction a little bit more. And I'm excited about it. So thank you to all of our partners who are supporting what we're doing online and through Andre Butler Ministries worldwide. We're on pray.com, and we're reaching people, throughout the country, in the Philippines and the like. So you're giving and your prayers helping us. If you want to help us get to a million strong online, go to andrebutler.com. You're going to get a free book. You're going to get access to some free emails. You have an opportunity to connect even closer, even more so with me and our team. But most of all, you help us reach 1 million. And then don't forget about FXN or FaithX Network. Great content there, more coming. We'll talk more about that in the future, but we're creating our own Christian faith-based streaming network that is a little bit more real, relevant content. So we'll talk about that more in the future. So, okay. So, once again, I'm not seeing any Facebook comments, but I know you're there. Last time, as soon as we got off, there was a truckload of them. So I don't know what the deal is. So if you want to comment um, and you're on Facebook and it's not coming through, just jump on over to my YouTube channel or my Instagram channel, just Andre Butler or Pastor Andre Butler on YouTube. Hey, Christina, how you doing? What's up, Brother Mook? Good afternoon. And let's see who else has been speaking up. Hey, TSR 7229. Thank you for the well wishes. Hey, Cherie, how are you doing? Hey, Jerisha, good afternoon. Annette said, I thought you were going to bust a move for us. Congratulations. I remember when I was in ministry school with you decades ago. Yeah, that'll be over 30 years ago. That's right. Yeah, honestly, they so surprised me that I get these supposed to dance down the spirit tunnel. And for a split second, I started to, but I was just like stunned. I was like, what is going on? And so, and plus, I'm not so sure y'all wanted to see me dance. That went viral for the wrong reasons. So, so yeah. Are you enjoying the finals or you're underwhelmed? I watched the full first game. I watched the first half of the second game. I didn't watch, I kind of half watched the third game. And I think it's a good series. I've just been crazy busy. A lot's been going on. But I think man, is it dialed up for an amazing ending? It's definitely been more than people thought. People thought it was going to be a blowout. But this Indiana team seems to be a team of destiny. And that's the thing that gets me. I wouldn't say they're the better team. But man, they've just seemed to have everything going their way. So we will see. Android 1963, thank you. Hey, Pastor Carrick down in Austell, well, now at Mableton, Georgia. And I'm gonna be in Atlanta next week for the Black Christian Influencers Conference in Decatur. So excited to head down there and experience that for the first time. Doing well, Christina, doing well. So, of course, what do you guys want to talk about? I did a longer commercial today, but I wanted to make sure I thanked you guys for all your well wishes. But whenever we come together on Fridays, we talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever's on your mind, whatever the topic that you'd like to cover, we can do that. You want me to pray for you? We can do that as well. So, give me one quick second, Instagram. I'm sorry, I need to fix something. Um, um, Sorry about that. I know that was ghetto, but but I had to do it. I had to fix it. So, all right, what you guys want to talk about? What's on your mind? And obviously, we had a pretty major event last night with Israel bombing Iran's social media. Sorry, social media. Wow, nuclear um, facilities and the like. And every time I see something like this, it just puts me back into Bible prophecy. And Jesus said, in the last days, you would see increase of wars, rumors of wars. We're used to that. But I think the part that people miss when they talk about the last days is there are still a few things that have to happen before Jesus returns. You know, people say that, well, everything that needs to happen before Jesus returns has already happened. He can return at any moment. That's not biblically accurate. The Bible talks about Israel being a nation of unwalled villages. Jesus, I believe, mentioned how when the time of his return comes, to be a time where people are saying peace, peace. And then on top of that, we read about the Antichrist during the tribulation going into the temple and declaring that he is God. So that would say two things to me. Number one, maybe three things. Number one, there has to be peace in the Middle East for it to get to the place where Israel's known as the place of unwalled villages. And everybody's so relaxed saying peace, peace, that boom, destruction comes unawares, right? Through the resurrection, the rapture, I should say, and then the tribulation, the wars that start during the tribulation. Um, and then number two, I've already lost count. I need to eat, y'all. Forgive me. it would say to me that there's got to be a temple built in Jerusalem because there's no temple there right now. You have the Wailing Wall, you got the Dome of the Rock, right where the temple should be, but the temple isn't there. I know, I've been there. I walked up to the wall, right? So, um, how is that going to happen? I mean, can you imagine what would happen if Israel took down the Dome of the Rock right now and built a temple on top of it? So it would seem to me, number three, that Islam has to be defeated, just like Nazism has been defeated, just like other um, crazy um, ideas, let's just say it that way, have been defeated in the past. So that I think that points to what we're seeing at Iran, Israel being the beginning of some things. So that's what I'm thinking about it. But I also think, the Bible tells us to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. I do that every day, and I'm praying for their victory over their enemies, including Iran. And of course, they've been dealing with Hamas and so many others. It is interesting that the middle of the world, the place in the world that the Bible highlights more than anything, happens to be the place where most of the action is. It's the kind of stuff that just points to the validity of the Bible, the validity of Christianity, and the like. So, hey, Michelle, finally somebody came through on Facebook. I don't know why I wasn't coming through before, but good to see you. And I think I might see you in two places. But hello. Hey, Annette. Oh, yeah. We were just talking. Yeah. So I know people are concerned about World War III and the United States being drawn into it, and we'll see. We'll see. I mean, there are definitely some conditions that could lead to that. Uh, and going into this year, we already had a war between Russia and Ukraine. You That's pretty significant. China and Taiwan is a potential situation. And then you've got Hamas attacking Israel last year, not just Hamas, but really, let's just say Hamas on October 7th, and then Israel retaliating, Iran launching rockets into Israel last year. All this stuff was happening last year. So this isn't. Sometimes people want to look at you know politicians and this person's fault, that person's fault. You can get into that if you want to, but there's a real potential for things to just go boom. But if they do, God's got us, and He'll make sure that we win, and He's going to take care of Israel. So that's kind of where I am with it. Good afternoon, Glenda. So y'all have any thoughts about that, or anything else you want to talk about? See, people just still jumping on. Hey, Anastasia and E. Mullins, and Ruby Red, and the like. Y'all went quiet on me. I have no thoughts about any of this. What are your plans for the weekend? How about that? What are you planning to do? Particularly those here in the Detroit area. Weather's really nice. We have our dream team picnic tomorrow. We're going to honor all those who serve at FX, and so it's going to be good food, games, a lot of fun. Tonight, I had the privilege of doing the invocation for the 10-year anniversary of Farm, which is a phenomenal organization that helps serve men in the Detroit area and beyond. And of course, this weekend is Father's Day, and we'll be honoring all the fathers. And I have a message I think that's really going to be helpful there. Part of the message, though, is to the ladies, and that is, to hook them up. And I say it every year, but I think it's just so relevant. Men typically feel underappreciated, and it's probably because they are. I think we're in a culture that was trying to correct anti-feminist beliefs and behavior and swung too far in the other direction. And so now we vilify masculinity, Now the home acts like, the home doesn't function the way God wants it to. A man has to do 80 billion things around the house, as well as provide for the house, as well as all the things that a man's supposedly supposed to do for his wife to even think about sleeping with him. We gotten off balance. And so it's important to thank your man, thank your father, thank him for even the basics that he's just supposed to do as a man. Thank him and bless him this weekend. And then let it be something that starts the process, right? Keep that going in your relationship with him. Men are really simple, and it's not just a joke. It really is. If you show a man respect and consistent appreciation, if you make sure the man gets to eat, and if you're married, if you sleep with the man a couple of times a week, like, but you're there, you're not just going through the motions, you're truly, you're giving him 100% of your attention, including your mind, just like you want him to give you full attention when you are spending time together on a date or whatever. Um, he's good. It's that simple. He doesn't have a lot of rules. The problem is most men don't get those things. They just don't. And so here's an opportunity to really do that and maybe develop some new habits in your relationships with him. Yeah, happy. Thank you, TSR. Thank you for the happy Father's Day. Thank you. When will the Antichrist show up? After rapture? Second Timothy, I believe 3, or is it 2? I think it's 2. Talks about how what's holding him back is the church. And when we are caught up, and of course that's today, I'll probably do a post about that today or soon. But when we are caught up in the air to be with the Lord, it begins a 7-year time frame called the tribulation, and that's when he will come on the scene. We will not know who he is until we've already left. The girls and the wife, what do you guys summer plans? Everybody's good. Girls are super busy. Hardly see them, it seems like, because they are running. They all got their own cars and their own lives. 2 are college students, working, you name it. The high schooler's working herself. So everybody's good, and wife is good. And we, planning to take a break in July, which is my birthday month as well. So I'm going to take some time then, and we'll all do some things, even with my larger family. Every year we do a family vacation, so we'll do that, and hopefully sit on the beach for a couple of days. I like to do that. Beyond that, we'll see how that plays out. So I like to go somewhere nice, but I have to work out some logistics there. But that's the thought. We need fathers to provide guidance, and we need to appreciate them. I'm grateful for my father. Yeah, yeah. Fathers are underrated. They're underrated. They play a big role in developing men and developing women. I've got 3 girls, and um, so I kind of get, and of course, watching my father raise my sisters, and then being a pastor for a long time, I get how important it is to have a father in a girl's life as she's growing. And so it needs to be praised. Just as much as we praise the mothers, we should praise the fathers. Just as much. Their role is just as important, and they're both needed, and they both need praise. Actually acts like fuel to help you keep going. I think when we were kids, you'd see a little girl, and she's, maybe playing with a doll, maybe she's brushing her hair, and she says, "Hey, mommy, look what I did." And mommy says, "Oh, she's so pretty." And that feeds something in her. And then there's a little boy, he's hanging upside down off a jungle gym, and he's saying, "Mommy, look." And she says, "Oh, you're so strong." And that feeds him. We're still little boys and girls on the inside. We still need that praise and that appreciation. So, Anything else you guys want to talk about? Probably gonna jump off a little early today because I am running, but I wanted to make sure I jumped on with you guys. All right. Well, it's good catching up with you. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Man, we love and appreciate you. And everybody else is just great connecting with you. We will see you this weekend. If you're in the D, come through to FX Church 9:30 and 11:30, or you can join us online. Somebody saying really enjoying it just like him series. So come on out and enjoy that with us. Even you can join us online, be a part of FX online, wherever you are in the country. Make sure you go to IronButler.com, get a free book, and get free videos, and become a partner if that's what's on your heart to do. And check out FXN, the FaithX Network, at FXN FaithX Network on in the App Store or faithxnetwork.com. Love you guys, and know that God has a future for you.